We're back, guys. Sorry. Computer just didn't like that. Computer. We're back up and rocking. Yep, we're hanging out. Dropping back in Discord so you guys can find it again real fast. Alright, we're back. We're hanging. We're doing the thing. Alright, so I was on this match EQ thing before my computer just absolutely crashed. I think it just doesn't like the GUI. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this up. We're going to switch this back over to Co. And we're going to capture our Sonic. So here we go. Spot on with Co. Like a touch more top end. But trick to this one, I never go above 10%. You don't ever want to take this above 10% or you're going to start introducing all different kinds of problems in your mixes. So here we go. I'll go ahead and bypass this in and out. You can hear what that match EQ is doing. Just kind of getting us a little closer to like an industry standard radio curve. That's really it. Here we go. So not doing a whole lot. It's literally just cleaning up a little bit of that EQ range, a little tiny bit. Kind of helping unmask some of the mid-range a little tiny bit. Getting us more to like a good competitive place. The final part, this is the exciting part. This is where we start to make it loud. So this is the actual limiter settings I had in the actual mix session. I really liked the overall loudness from the original mix. Like, yeah, it didn't have like all this processing on it. I just literally had a mix bus into this limiter, and I think I might have had the Oxford inflator on too. But dude, it's one of those things like when the setting was perfect in the mix and I was just gelling with it. Like, why fight it? So I've got the original mix limiter. I can go ahead and just, yeah, it's already copied over to the B setting. That way I can try a couple other settings for us to see if we like it. Normally, I will say normally I run this in 8x oversampling. I'm going to go ahead and do that. So my system might pop on you here and there, but that's just because I'm running that 8x oversampling. So this is our final step before we actually print the master. And like I said, this is live. So I'm going to send this off to the client for approval. Hopefully he comes back, he likes it, and in 2 hours I got to hop on a tour bus. So woohoo! Here we go. We'll start. We'll dial this in. And then we'll see if maybe playing with a clipper is going to help it at all. I feel like this genre is not going to benefit a whole lot from actually running a clipper on the drums. I think I was playing around with this last night, and I wasn't really too hip on what it was doing to the transients. So it's again, like I spend all this time, you spend all this time like shaping your transients and making them hit just the way you want to. Just to fucking lock. Like, I used to do it. I mixed like that for 2-3 years with clippers on my drums. I said a 15-minute conversation with a mastering engineer completely obliterated all that. Like, I'm like, no more. Like, I'm using my transients as a fucking weapon. Here we go. Let's go ahead and dial up some loudness. So, watch your speakers. I'm going to click this 1-to-1 button right here. And what this does is that level matches the output as we drive into it, so we can get a more accurate representation of what we're doing with the actual limiter, and we're not going to fool ourselves with just straight gain. So here we go. Let's make it loud. Wait right there. We'll be back before you know it. right in there. See, I pushed it up, I pushed it in to the limiter, and then I pulled it back. I felt like when I pushed it in to a point where it starts getting like crunchy and falling apart and just starts sounding bad. And then from there, I'll back it off until it sounds good again, and everything's just kind of balanced. I don't even know what the loudness is. I just know that's where, for some reason, with my spectral balance in this mix, that's where it's feeling right. So I'm going to play that again, bypass this in and out, make sure I'm not screwing things up. I feel like I'm collapsing my stereo image just a little tiny bit. And that could be right here with this transient. Ooh, no, I bet you this is it. Right now, my releases are linked. So let's unlink that and see what happens. I'm going to copy this over to B, go to B, and I'm going to relink that, and we can just hear that difference really quick back and forth. So this is how we have it, and then this is unlinked. Alright, so this is the weird one. So I've got more width with the release being unlinked in this, but I love how it's like squishing with it linked. So listen to this again. So this right now is unlinked release, and I'll hit the B button and it'll go to a linked release. Something about just the feel whenever the taps things just the slightest bit. That could be because I'm so used to the dual mono mix bus sound where every time I use a mix bus compressor, it's multi-mono. I never ever link them at all. So maybe that's just the sound that I'm used to. So that could be what this is, where my entire mix chain up to the mastering process has been dual mono. And even the mastering compressor is in mid-side, so that's not even in like true stereo operation.